Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Pink Girly. Good morning, ladies. Hey, listen, I'm not having trouble. I did change my time to 10:15 today because I was putting on nails and I needed a few extra minutes. Sorry about that. Anywho, I'm here. All is well, and welcome in. Welcome in. Glitter popped in. Call me Glitter popped in. She's on her way to church, so she's going to watch later. So that's very sweet of her. And we've got Teresa. Good morning. And our dear Joyce. Good morning. Good morning. And I haven't silenced my phone. Let me do that. Get that done. I did clear my desk. There's Candy. Good morning. You've been on my mind. How you doing, Candy? How you doing? Okay, so this is kind of a redo of a video I did a couple of years ago. I did put the old video in my description box. Wasn't quite sure how to word it or what to say, but a little while back, no change. How about your hubby? How's he doing? How's Mel? So I'm working on a project that's I need several finished pieces. So I'm using these, and they on the box they're called catalog envelopes. I had no idea what these were called. Surgery May 5th. Okay, sweetie. May 5th. May 5th. I don't know where I threw my. I got to write it down. Hold, please. I'll put it in my book later. My desk is always, somewhat of a mess. My one wiggle pen ran out of ink. May 5th is my sister's wedding anniversary, so that should be easy for me to remember. But I'm going to just write it down just in case. So these are called catalog envelopes, apparently. And you can get them in all sizes. My previous video, I'm using this size envelope. This is, I think, a 9 by. Let's just check it. Let's just check it because we can. A 7 by 10. And this one is a 9 by 12. Hey, April, good morning. Nice to see you. Peggy, good morning. Good to see you. So I'm working on a project, like I said, and I need several envelopes decorated. So I started that project, and I need this to be pockets. So this one has a flap, and then I cut this end off to make the other pocket. So when I was doing this type of project a couple years ago, I had all these little pieces left over, and I thought, what in the world could I do with those? So this came to mind. So this is, where did I put my? This is what I'm currently working on. Now this, I already took the end off. So I decorated both sides, okay? So then I just put this in my cutter and I trim off right where that line is, where it's really like the bottom flap of the envelope. Right there. I just trim right along there, okay? So I was thinking, I could take those off. But I thought, no, decorate them first, and then I take the bottom off, and then you're left with these little pieces. And I thought I could do something with these. And so I did. Now, of course, I have a sample somewhere from what I did a couple of years ago, but you know what? I didn't even try to find that. I just thought, you know what? Let's just make it together. And so what I do is, I'm just going to jump right in here, girls. So what I do is I just open this up and I flatten this point. I probably should glue that first. Where's my, see, this is my big, you know what I do with all my small boom folders. So this part can be a little bit fiddly, but you can get it. Now I could trim that off, but I think I'm going to glue it down. And then you do the same thing on the other end. I try to line up the fold, you know, so it's straight. Try to get it as straight as I can get it. Feel a little resistance in there. I'm hoping my nails stay on. I threw them on real quick this morning because I was using the jelly plate yesterday and my fingers look terrible, terrible. All right, so then I just fold this. Now here I've got a little bit of extra, so I think I'm going to trim that off. Extra, extra. If you look at it real close, see that little glued part on the envelope ends right there, and I didn't cut it quite close enough. Sometimes it's hard to see when you put it on the paper trimmer. So I'm just going to go and trim this off. Now, sometimes you'll see these envelopes, you know, like a package of just, I don't know, 10 or whatever at a thrift shop or something. You can pick them up because a lot of us, maybe we don't use this type of envelope for anything in particular. So you might not have them laying around. But I always keep my, hey, Ange, good morning. I always keep my eye open for them. So you just want to press this down really well. All right. And then, like I said, I would glue this. I will glue this. I'm just looking around. I don't know if I can get this one to work. Hey, Cynthia, good morning. Okay. Nice to see you, though. Good morning. Okay, she's going to go in the other room and make me a star and put me on TV. Woo, 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 woo. All right, let's get a pin here and see if I can get this unclogged. Well, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here. It's nice and sunny. My husband had the dog out, so I haven't been out, so I've just been at my desk fussing. Here we go. Come on. Hopefully this is going to stick and cooperate. Yeah, this end too. Now, in my other video, the one I did a couple of years ago, I used magnets. You did? Oh, good, Ange. That's progress. So, of course, the other envelope is smaller, so this is much narrower, okay? Now, I'm sure you could trim these too, but I'm going to see how these look with this size. I didn't have any smaller envelopes prepped. The girl that I used to go to at the nail salon, she gave me a whole stack of that 7 by 10 size, and that's what I have been using for a long time. But in this project that I am working on now, I wanted a bigger landscape, I guess you could say. Candy's still in bed. All right, you stay there, relax. Oh yeah, and Teresa is crocheting. She's designing a crochet angel. I said to her, "That sounds difficult, but cool." I don't know. Um I've been crocheting a long time, but I still consider myself, kind of a newbie because I mean, I can do okay, but uh, sometimes it's a struggle. All right, so let's do another one. So what I'm going to do is flatten this out. This is the bottom of the catalog envelope. And you could use, they have them in that, that kind of yellowy color. You could use all kinds, just whatever you can get your hands on. This one I'm going to cut off and see what happens. You got to sleep in your own bed. That's always a good thing, huh? That's one of the nice perks about coming home from vacation, sleeping in your own bed. All right, so I'm going to trim this. Oh, Candy's asking you were already doing crafting this morning. It's early. She's still in bed. So that's what she's saying. And then I'm just going to fold it in half. Now this one I trimmed pretty well, so I don't think I have to cut off any excess. See, now because I left this on my envelope when I was decorating my envelope, I've got a nice base to start with. So let's focus on 2, because see, I have quite a few here, and I can work these all up, but they're all a little bit different. And yeah, so there I've got them. Now I want to decorate them. So that's the gist of really basically today. So in this little Twix box, I have all small type of goodies. Look at this little. Now, you couldn't do that again if you tried. Look, this little butterfly got stuck in between there. These are bottle caps I purchased from Debbie Ham. Let's pull these out if I can get this open. Okay, new set of nails. I usually get used to the length in a couple of days, but I just threw these on. She's working on signs for that guy. Not that girl, that guy. So I'm going to take these out. Oh, look, these are... I wonder what that is. Oh, that's stapled on there. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Look, I've got some edging from a book I took apart. I just threw that in here the other day. Let's see what's all in here. I'm just going to dump out a bunch of this little stuff and put it on my little tray here. Now I can dig out other stuff too if we find that we want it. I've got fabric sitting here. I've got washi cloth and some seam binding. I've got, all kinds of stuff. sitting there. Ange says, I see tickets in one of those. You do? There's a ruler. I did stamp a tickets on the originals, but I didn't see if there was. See this one? Look, I tore. But see, I still could use that. Oh no, Ange, I missed it. Maybe it was the ruler. I don't see it. Anywho, I might want to ink these edges, so I'm just not sure yet. So then all I'm going to do is really just decorate these. Now, in the original video, you'll see I used, let me just show you. So this is what it's going to be like. I'll let the cat out of the bag. This is not, well, you can get the idea. So see, it's going to slip on a journal page like this to decorate and help decorate a journal page. Oh, you're talking about making tickets out. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, this is not a one and all idea. You could certainly use them for lots of things. That's a good idea, Ange. So in the original video, I put magnets in the tips so they hook to the page. But today I'm going to use a paper clip. Because I don't have a lot of magnets. Well, that's not really true, I guess. Magnets add thickness, let's just say. Some of these are hard to get apart. Ugh. See, I don't even know if I can get these apart. So welcome in. I see some other folks are arriving. Usually if I slide it. See, that's not too bad. So if you have a magnet like this, that's fairly thin, this is not, of course, the thinnest. I've got these little guys, but I don't have many of these left. I have these little guys. Or you might have that magnet tape you could probably slide in. Hey, Belinda, good morning. So in the original video, which I linked in my description box, I just slid the magnet down in that little point and put a little hot glue behind it and kept it in that way. But I think a paper clip is going to work just as well. Now, there may be a way you could figure out how to do a paper clip that you could do it this way, but I'm going to do the paper clip on top this way. So as I'm working on them and decorating them, I want to keep in mind to leave a little bit of space empty here so I can put my paper clip. See, I've got these jazzy ones here. Not jazzy, jazzy. So let's just get out a couple. I've got black, gold, and I've got the rose gold. So I think this will work out okay. So I'm just going to do that. So we'll just see how it goes, all right? So now it's just a matter of throwing it together and see what I like. So I'm going to pull out, of course, my vintage photo ink by Ranger. And somewhere I have my little, oh, I put it away. It's a miracle. I might be able to use this. Glenda Chi, good morning, good morning. How nice to see you. Good morning. All right, I need a little sip of my water. Oh boy. My throat is very dry in the morning. So I think starting right off, I'm going to ink the edges of this. I really like the way that looks. So I'm just going to do it. And that kind of knocks back that white edge. So these envelopes, of course, were very white when I started. So if you've just arrived and you're just joining in, I have been working on some catalog envelopes. I used my jelly plate. You do? You have bright blue today? I'm not sure. These always look good in the box, but I'm not sure that I like the orange on my hand. I think if I had some nice tan or had that olive complexion, these would really be smashing. But I bought them, so I'm going to wear them. Take me a couple of days to get used to the length, I think. All right, so I'm just inking this edge. Now, on this little tray, I dumped out what I had in my little storage tin. And a lot of these are just little ephemera pieces, I think from like the Tim Holtz Field Notes package. You get tons in that little thing. And if you can find it where someone's got it on sale, that's always good. Now, of course, I can stamp more on these if I choose. Just do whatever. And as I said, you could put a magnet in the tip. Oh, Piggy's got company coming. She's washing her curtains. Spring cleaning. I remember doing that at Mom's house. I never did that. Well, growing up, we always did spring cleaning, and the curtains came down and stuff. But since being married, I'm spoiled. My husband always did that. Well, he's tall. You know what? He can just reach up and grab them and get them down. Where me, I'm not so good on a step stool. If I'm being honest, just being honest. Okay. So now to pick out some things to start gluing down. Maybe want some bigger stuff. Underneath. And of course, we want to do both sides. Mrs. Gigi, good morning. Well, it's afternoon probably for you, right? Good day. We'll say good day. Maybe that one there. So you've got all these little bits. I love these ones that look like labels. That one looks like it was cut a little wonky. So see, I'm going to trim that off. Because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd bird. So I like to ink these little pieces that I am going to use. That one's a little long, but I think I'm going to use it. Somewhere I should have like a little words that I can. Oh, where did I put that? It's got all my little. Oh, I know. A lot of these are holiday though. Let's see if we can find. Hey, Lynn. Good morning, friends. Oh, I love that one. Enjoy the journey, of course. I love that one. One of a kind, congratulations. There's a hello, friends. Might be able to use some of these. Some of them are Christmassy, merry, thank you. Let's think about that. Okay. And then let's get a little. Let's cap this up. I just re-inked a couple of my Where did oh, I know. I put all the stamps and stuff on my desk in the lid of the envelope box. Because I have a lot more envelopes to work on. So where's that little friends? I love the font on this one. I love the font on that one. The thing is, I really should take some time to clean some of these stamps so they stick to the. This is going to be a tight fit. Stick to the block, you know. Oh, that worked okay. I would just give it a little second to dry. Let's see. I've got a lot of different colors of cheesecloth here. Now, see, on the envelopes, I put a hot pink, I put an avocado green, and a blue. Now, see, some of this, of course, I can trim off if I choose to. So let's see. I'm going to grab my scissors and trim off a piece of. This is what I do, girls. I've got a little hook sitting here by my desk, and I can hang things from it. So I have this big metal ring, and I took all my seam bindings and all my washi tape, not washi, cheesecloth from Jacqueline, and looped them on here. So they just hang, and I can snip it. I can just snip off what I want and pick the color that I want. So I'm going to go with this deeper blue color because that kind of goes with the blue I've got going on in this. So I've got that, and I think I need to get some coffee stained ones from her because I don't see that. Isn't that funny? This little bit of pink might work. This is kind of like a rosy pink. I'll take a little snip of that as well. All right. So now I was thinking this one could go over here. Actually, it could go this way. Now I've got this stuff too, which I think always looks cool underneath. And I have my hot glue gun plugged in. I have a drawer here that's got a ceramic dish in it, and my glue gun just sits right in there nicely. And I'm going to just start, fussing around with things. I have a die cut for that heart. I love that longer heart. I think that's cool. I think I could use something longer. Now this is a thick chipboard thing, I think, from Holtz. So a lot of times that's really too thick for me, but I just take my knife and peel some of that away. That works. You know what? Maybe I'll just tear this one. And sometimes, it's worth your while to just lay it out and see how you like it. And other times it's just like, oh, just do it. Just start gluing it down. I think that's what I might just do. So I think I'm going to put that over there. Now I'm going to use my Fabrifix for this. It doesn't slide around. It pretty much it stays where you put it, and it seems to be quicker, especially when you're working live. I find it helpful. Maybe offset that a little bit. Oh, look, it's coming apart. That's even better. It makes it thinner. But now I've got a couple little pieces, but we're going to make it work. So I had some coffee mixed up and in my refrigerator that I use for dyeing paper and stuff. And I was trying to get that to soak up on these envelopes. And gosh, it just wasn't giving me the color that I really was after. So I thought, I wonder if I could just boil this and make it a little more intense. I have been known to leave it sit on my desk open and it evaporates and it gets like a really nice, thick, syrupy consistency. So I didn't boil it down that far, but it was enough to intensify the color. So that worked out good for me. And let's see what I have here. I have my Wink Stellas here. I think I might want a little bit of shimmer on this little butterfly here. So I'm going to put that on the wings. I don't see it much, but I see it a little bit. And maybe some gold on the body. A little gold Wink Stella on the body. I think I might like. Hey, Jackie, good morning. Okay, honey, thank you. Are you going to Sunday school or are you teaching Sunday school? All right, I'm thinking I might like to have a little dashed lines. Around these little bits. Did I miss? Oh, Angie, I'll keep you in my prayers. Okay. I thought I missed somebody else coming in. Yeah, Friday the 7th is Angie's surgery. And then you can do little stitches around. You can do what you guys know. You can do whatever. I think I want a little word stamped right there. So let's use the word enjoy. See if I can just get that in there. Okay, that looks okay. Now, I said I wanted to keep this kind of clear here because I want to put that paper clip, but I think I need a little something. So that might look cute. I can move that down a little bit. Let's ink this one. Now, if you don't have all these little bits, what could you use? So you could use, if you have a die cutting machine or some punches, like little circles or little squares, little stars, little flowers, you could get some really cute scraps from your scrap paper bits and punch out some things. They will look just as cute. Of course, you can always add a button. A little piece of fabric. Most of us have that kind of stuff laying around. So you can see where I'm going. See, I've got some glue there still drying. But see, now it's going to be on a page, so I want to do the back side as well. Make sure you don't glue it together. That would make it difficult to get it to hang, you know? All right, so let's flip it over. And let's see. Oh, oh, really, Linda? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that as well. Yeah, that's a scary thing. I hate to talk about all this medical stuff. Oh, I have the other half of this. I have some lower back issues. And of course, surgery is something you can consider. But see, if you go through all that and then it doesn't work, well, I guess there's no guarantees, right? You know. Gosh, so we just don't know what all of us are dealing with, really, right? So pray for one another. That's what I say. Pray for one another. All right, so I've got that on that side. Let's put this one over here. And let's find, I know I have more of those label-y looking things. I'm looking for I like to look for a label. And I didn't use any, see, I've got that pink there. Maybe it would be nice to use some pink. Just a little scrap. Let's see, we'll do that. And see, I like that, but I'm not crazy about the white all around the edge. So you can trim this off. I was thinking, well, it's nice that you're not discouraged in that way. Like you're still able to encourage others to maybe try it. I've got so many other things to attend to first. I have a hard time pulling the trigger and making the appointments, to get it checked. So I'm going to trim this off. I was thinking this morning as I was trying to quickly get my nails on, I could use my pet stickers on some of these. Hey, View, good morning. I don't know if it's worth trimming out his little body. His little body. Snip. So here's one of the problems with me. I see a sale, it could be somewhere, see a sale of art stuff. And I don't remember what I already bought. So I've easily bought 2 or 3 of these field note little cutout thingies because I'm a wackadoodle. I'm a wackadoodle. So that's why I got all this. I mean, and I've got more, I'm sure, somewhere else. I keep moving where I have them. But this little project might be a good place to use up some stickers, that you have laying around. And of course, if you have, I wonder how this would look. What was I just thinking? Oh, I should get out some washi tape. Now I'm using the black on this to try to deepen this butterfly's wings. You know how like a lot of butterflies have that really black look? Now I've got it all over me. Dark black rim around them. Try to create that. Oh, and see, look, I'm getting it on my fingernails. Wow. So I need to take a little alcohol wipe right away. Let's see, and just clean that off. Sorry. There's Jay. Good morning. Get that off my fingers. Whew. All right. So now let's start gluing this down. And of course, this is what I was going to say. If you've got a certain project or a certain journal you want to add these to, you tailor it to that look. If you're doing a bee journal, or a friend journal or a specific color, you can enhance. You can enhance it by, doing this. Let's see. Hopefully, I have enough. Yeah, I should have enough glue stick in here to put this little bit down. And then I'm going to put a little glue on this side. Just bent that up a little bit. Look, this is a little teeny tiny bit. I don't want to lose that. It's very, very, very cute. It's a very cute. Boy, I got a lot of squares in here. Huh. I'm going to add this one on. This milk cap. Got this from Debbie Ham. All different sizes. These were the littles, so I threw them in with this stuff. I think I'm going to use the hot glue on this one too. Of course, the dog wants to go out. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to use, I hope my nails stay on. I just used the tabs this morning real quick so I could get them on. I'm going to use a paper clip on these instead of a magnet. You can drop a magnet into the little point. Now see the way I folded this. Oh, I've got a little bit of extra here, but you won't see it because once it hangs on the page. Hey, Heidi. Is it afternoon for you? I'm going to say good afternoon to you. So you could put a magnet in there so they clip on that way, but I'm going to use the paper clip. And I want a little something on the paper clip so it's just not wonder if I could get this to tear. Probably tears that way, not that way. But I just want something really thin. Afternoon in Belgium. Got it. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's not going to go. Okay. And I don't, oh gosh, I saw a couple of ants this morning. It's that time of year for us, ants. And I feel like they're crawling all over me. See if I can get it going this way. Kellyanne, good morning. See, I'm trying to make it really thin. It's just not working. Jenny, go get Daddy. Wonder if I can tie it this way. It's a little piece. This is a little piece. And then let's try a little piece of the pink. A little piece of the pink, I think. Let me try it this way. This usually doesn't end up looking so good, but it's just for a tag, you know? A little flag, not a tag, a little flag on the paper clip. See this, I can loop this one, but I don't think I can loop the blue one. Maybe we should just do the pink. Let's see. Sometimes you can loop it. Just loop it. Now let's just do the one. That could be trimmed, but I want it to hang out the top of the journal. Okay, let's see. What do I have here that I can just show you? What's in here? No. That's too small. Let's see what I've got sitting here. I'm just going to use the one I used earlier. Now, of course, this is a different kind of a journal, so you really probably wouldn't use it in here, but just so you can see what I'm talking about. I probably will put more fluffs on there. This probably should be trimmed too a little bit. See, so then you have something that's sticking out the top. And then you really probably could scoot something under there. And then it's on both sides. So that's basically the idea. That's basically the idea in a nutshell. So now let's get this one going. Let's see. I've got quite a few here to do. You do, Heidi? Yeah, I can do one like that. I love this little stamp I have. Maybe we should draw. Let's just draw a little stem. And we'll just make our own little flower here. And then let's use this little stamp and just say hello. We'll put a little hello there. So I'm going to have to put that dog out. My husband's in another world. Excuse me 1 minute. All right, Jen, I'm coming. Daddy usually takes care of this for me when I'm streaming. Come on. Hey, I'm digging, okay? Do you want it? All right, so let's see. I'm going to use this Winkostella and color in this heart. I think that's cute. Of course, I could color that whole pot in, but I don't have the colors I would use on like a clay pot here at my desk. All my pencils are by my comfy chair because that's where I color mostly. Let's just say, oh, this little butterfly is so cute. I should have gotten my little tweezers out. Let's see if I can get just a little bit of glue on this. See if this cooperates. Yeah. Trying to get used to this new length of, I've worn this length of fingernails before. It's just that when you don't wear them for a little while, it takes me like about a day to get used to it. And then they feel like normal. They feel like your nails are always this length, at least for me. All right, so that's a little punch out that I've had for years. A little punch out. Well, here's a label. All right, let's grab a little piece of this. Jacqueline, do you remember what color this is? It's such a nice, nice color blue. So I've got that white spot right there. Let's cover that up. Let's cover that up. Now let me ink this. Evening Glow. So yummy. So yummy. I'm going to offset that a little bit so it's not right smack in the middle of that fabric. So I want to be able to see some of that fabric sticking out the side. I just do love to layer things instead of spacing everything all around and away from each other. Try to overlap some things. At least for my eye, I think it looks nice. Now we've got that little butterfly over here again. Maybe some script. Yeah, I got a little bit of script there, but maybe a little bit of script here. Let's see. Let's put this underneath. I'm going to open it up so I can stamp maybe a little more comfortably there. And, oh, it does, Heidi? Yeah, maybe it's my camera. It's really like more like a denim. A very nice denim, I think. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. All right. Okay. See if I should ink this. Maybe I should have used the black on this so it really stands out. That's not standing out very well. Might want that to pop a little bit more. I'm just looking around to see what I might have sitting around my desk. See, this is also off the back of the spine of a book that I took apart. Hey, Deb. Good morning. Welcome in. So let me have a little chunky chunk of this. Oh, I caused an avalanche. Let sleeping dogs lie. I disturbed it. Let me see if this does what I want. Not really. Maybe I need something a little whiter. See, I'm going to end up running over that with mine. Here's some just of my cheesecloth. It's a little lighter. It's not white. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, this is brighter. This is another piece of book. Oh, that kind of looks cool. Hold on. Hold on. I think we have a winner. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see. Don't you just love to layer and stack? Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Hey, Debbie X. Hello. It's so funny. Do you ever find that when you were in school or even a friend, you never said their first name, always said their first and last name? Well, there's so many Debbies, first of all. I always say Debbie X. Good morning. Welcome in. All right, so I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to put hot glue on here. And that should hold that other piece down pretty well. Debbie, there's another Debbie. Hello, hello. She's there with a couple of grandkids. She's tracing them around and listening. You got caught up? You're waiting for Natasha Treasure Books? She's good. Natasha is good. She's good to watch. All right, so I think that's really all we need on this one. You could do a little something up there, but let's see. We got hello over there. Let's do journey right there. See if I can just grab that. And I want it to go the right way. Good. That's good. All right, so I talked about the magnet. So let me grab a couple of these if I can get them. I got to make sure they go in the right way. I've been known to not to get them in backwards. Can get them in backwards. Now this is, see, I've got a whole stack of these. Now these are a little thicker. Oh. See, now I got to get them apart again. So I'm going to slip this into the point. And if that cooperates, I'm going to shoot a little bit of hot glue behind it here. If I can get it to do it. I'm just going to do that. And then I want it right there. Yeah, right? Roseanne, hi. Oh, thanks, Roseanne. Roseanne, I just realized you had a channel. So I was checking out some of your videos. Cute stuff. Cute stuff. All right, so I'm gonna sneak some glue behind here. So hopefully they stay put. Look, my paper clip and everything's sticking to the magnet. All right, so let's get out my little sample here. Like I said, this is a different kind of a journal. I know, right? It takes so much time. It does. And I think on the one you were saying, it's not edited. Because, first of all, you don't have the time. Second of all, who knows? I mean, I don't have to do it. And when you don't know how to do it, it takes even longer. See, here's the trouble with the magnets. But certainly an option, So we've got that one. And then of course you turn your page and it's decorated on the other side as well. Right? And then we did this one to keep this one on. I just am using a paper clip. And then put something on the paper clip for a little flag. So it sticks out the top. And you may not like that. I love things sticking out the side and out the top. See, then you've got it decorated on both sides. And if you put the base, like if you decorate your envelope and do the whole envelope and then cut off the bottoms, you've already got a nice little base there to get started. And it doesn't take much to then, decorate them, right? So, like I said, these are called catalog, according to the box, catalog envelopes. I don't know what else you'd call them, so I'm going by what's on the box. And like I said, I'm working on a project, so I decorated the whole thing, even the bottom. But here's one where I cut it off. It's going to be a pocket. Okay. So then you end up with these. Thanks, Debbie. Okay. Now, what I was thinking about when I was putting my nails on is I wonder how some of these would look if I decorated them with some of my pet stickers. So I think I'm going to grab some of those. But first, let's see. Now, this one I didn't cut as nicely, so I'm going to trim that because I can and because it bothers me. Now, this is a bigger envelope. I put in my description box a video that I did a couple of years ago. Same idea, but I'm using a smaller envelope, a 7x10. This envelope is a 9x12. Okay? So it's a little wider and, of course, a little longer. So when you trim that off the bottom of your envelope, you're just going to open it up, flatten this out, and then you're just going to push that down. And if you have any resistance, you just come in with a bone folder. So you can get this nice and flat. I kind of try to line up that line with the fold. This looks a little crooked to me. You can trim that off or you can glue it. I usually glue it. Not that you're going to see the inside there, but because this part's got all the color on it, all the stuff you worked so hard to get on there. Now, Angie looked at this earlier and she said she sees where you can maybe make tickets. So you can make a lot of different things, I'm sure. This is just what came to my head a couple of years back. And I knew I was going to have all these bits on from this project I'm working on, and then you just fold it in half. So I thought I'd share. Now see this? It's causing a little thickness there. Try to fold it and get it as crisp. You know what, Debbie? I was going to ask you that, and I thought it was you that I saw there was going to be a reveal, but I wasn't sure it was you, so I didn't ask. Well, congratulations. When will the little guy arrive? Let's see. Where are my? Okay, let's see. I'm thinking about my stickers. Hey, Tony. Good morning. All right, let's see. Let's see. I gotta kick that out of the way because I'm avalanche. Now, all my pet tape is in a different spot. So let me see if I can find something that I think is going to work that's in my satchel here with my pet stickers in. Ugh. Let's see. Where might I have? Let's look in here. Let's see. In here. Let's start with these two things first. I did try a horizontal Dutch door. Boy, that was a bear. I don't think I have my book out here, though. I think I have it. I was working on it when I was in my comfy chair. All right, let's see. A couple of these butterflies might work. Probably the tape would really be the best. Oh, I've got more of these in this other. Let's steal these out of here. I knew there should be more of those. Oh, look. And there's more. Oh, look, there's kitty cats in there. Oh, she's cute. That's looks like a tape. Might need a little kitty catter. Oh, my ears just went. Ah. So here's some cats. Let's take a couple of these little guys out. It's a random thread. Woo-hoo. I have in mind a certain sticker. I'm not sure that they're in here. Trying to get everything. See, I'm trying to get all this reorganized. See, I knew I had more of these. So what I'm doing, these are open here, which is really annoying. So I'm starting to cut them off on the end so I can access them a little easier. Because getting in that the back entrance there is really quite annoying, if I'm honest. It just is annoying for me to get in there. So I'm just going to throw these in here real quick. Now I wish these were stickers, but these aren't. These are just cutouts. Eh. Okay. I think this might be what I'm looking for. See, this one I didn't cut. Oh, look, I glued it, but I didn't cut the page. Hold, please. See, this is so. I'm sorry. I apologize for this. This is annoying. But I was letting that glue set up. Let's pull that out. I think that might be what I'm thinking. There's one other. They're kind of like just outlines, like sketches. See, these have to all be glued yet. But like I said, it might not even be in here. Yeah, I think there's somewhere else. Let's grab these though. That might come in handy. What else we got here? These are pretty. Oh yeah, let's get it all out, Laura. Let's get it all out. Oh, they're stickers, but thank you, Tony. It's been helpful, really. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, so let's see. Now the problem I have is I don't always think about layering. I put a sticker down and then I think, oh, I should have put something underneath there. This one looks like a watermelon, doesn't it? Isn't that cool? Let's see. Now I've got the pink and a little bit of blue, some green. Oops. I really think I need some kind of vine for some of this stuff. I don't think I have any vines. No vines. No vines. Let's see what these look like. Oh yeah, some of this might be a little spooky. I think I like the contrast. All right, Peggy. Oh, that's cute. Hmm. Oh. Oh. I think I'm going to do the other side different. Wow, there's a lot here. I didn't even, I guess I did pull them all out. I didn't think I pulled them all out. Look at that tub. Isn't that cute? Eh. See, that's one perk with my husband doing the laundry. He's very conscientious about that. Of course, he's the one that uses all the tissues too, but it makes a mess. Makes a mess. There she is, just waking up. I last evening I thought, oh, I should send a message, and I thought, oh, she might be sleeping. I'm not gonna disturb her because, like, I know my sisters. My youngest sister turns her phone off. My other sister doesn't. But you don't know that about other people, you know. All right, so I think I want to do yellow on the one side. So I guess I'll do this on this side. So if you're just coming in, thank you for joining me this morning. And I'm working on, I cut off the bottoms of catalog envelopes that I've been working with, and I'm using them to make embellishments for journal pages. And sometimes you can just roll these. How are you feeling today, Vale? Any improvement? All right, here we go. Now, I might just use that whole thing. I was thinking about cutting out the butterfly. I'll tell you what it's like at our house. We're not like Peggy. We're also not like, I don't know. It doesn't look like a trash dump here. It's just normal, but it's not, we're not squeaky clean. But there have been several occasions where our son in law will come in and he gets out our vacuum cleaner and vacuums. Now, we've already vacuumed, but it's just not up to his standard. So there have been times when they were coming for a visit that I have said to our daughter, that's fine, but don't bring the white glove. Uh, okay. And what's even funnier is their house is really not different than our house. It's just it's our house. Do you know what I mean? And to that, my neighbor Betty and I would say, bless his little heart. Bless his little heart. Okay, so see, that looks cute, I think. And then maybe we need a little something on the front. Maybe we don't. Oh, I forgot I wanted to use this little girl. I always get out too much stuff. About a half a teaspoon. Eh. I think that looks more better. I know, right? And when the kids were little, like little, like crawling and that stuff, We did vacuum. We always vacuumed. But sometimes, you just miss a little something or something else happens before they get here. But we always put a blanket down. If the kids were at the age where they were still crawling, there was always a blanket down just to put them on. Uh, Different strokes, right? I could even see it if their house was immaculate, but it's not. Well, I think he wishes it were, but then he would have to do it. You know what I mean? And that doesn't happen. Now they have also offered, if we were having a get together or something, we can come early and help you clean up if because they knew their dad at, had trouble with his feet. I have trouble with my back, that kind of thing. But this is just to them visit, and yeah, he pulls out the vacuum cleaner. And then our son's former fiance, she was a little bit the same too. And it might be an OCD thing. I don't know. Like after you clean up the kitchen, she's like scouring the countertop, and everything was just all cleaned up. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, true, Peggy. Don't move it. Just putting a little ink on the side of these, a little black to kind of bring your eye in. I don't know. Should I do the same style on the other side? I was going to do it totally different, but maybe I should do the same style. Oh my goodness. To that I say, have at it. Okay, my husband has a thing about the countertops. He doesn't want anything on the countertops. Now, I get the clutter stuff. But I mean, to me, I have kitchen counters because it's to put stuff on it. But whatever. I try to be good. I think I want to do the same coloring on the back side of that one. So let's pick out another. What time do I have? I still have a little time. Let's pick out another one. This one's torn. I have to get some tinkle tape for that one. This one's really dark. All right, let's trim this one. I have to do a better job of trimming close to that edge. I don't like to have that extra read all about it. Not liking that. So I like to trim that off. So if you're just joining in, this is the bottom of a catalog envelope. The envelopes I decorated using my jelly plate and stamps. I should have also used some stencils, but I didn't do it. Don't judge me. I didn't do it. Yeah, right. I think he's mostly talking about clutter, but sometimes I'm like, why can't I have that on the counter? And then I get snarky and I say things like, who's coming to visit? The Pope? We're not even Catholic. I mean, it's just the idea of it. My goodness. Like when we went to Pennsylvania, we were spending most of the day there. The dog doesn't get to go out. But she goes all through the night and doesn't have to be let out. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different than that. But he's always wanting to ask the neighbors to come over and let her out, which they don't mind. I understand that, but I hate to ask people to do stuff, you know? And so we were going over the other day when we were visiting our daughter, and then we were going to see our son's new apartment. He's cleaning like we're having a dinner party. I'm like, what are you doing? He said, well, Bruce and Cindy, they might call and volunteer to come let the dog out. And I just wanted to look half decent. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, these people have been living across the street for how many years now? They know it, okay? They know. Lori's got crap all over her comfy chair. They've seen my room back here with all my art stuff. They know it's a danger zone. It's just, he's funny. All right, let's ink the edge of this. That was nice of you. My sister's, what did they have? Oh, she was such a nice dog. Some kind of a retriever. She was red. Her name was Madison. I guess was it her daughter's dog? I forget now. It's been a while. Anyway, they were going somewhere and, it was like try to find, no, it wasn't an Irish, hey, G3, hi. No, I had an Irish setter. It wasn't that. It was oh gosh, they were really popular several years ago. What the heck was she? They came in red and they came in like a golden color. She wasn't real skinny like an Irish setter. Oh goodness. Anyway, she was a big dog, but she was so gentle. She was so sweet. And I said, "Yeah, bring her here. We'll watch her. It's not a problem." And she would just get up on the bed and flop down. Just she never moved. She would just lay there while you were sleeping. And she was just such a nice dog. She was no problem at all. But we had dogs, so for us it was not a big deal. All right, I'm doing yellow on this one. Yellow. Not yellow. I'm doing yellow. No, it wasn't a lab. Was there some kind? Not a golden doodle. Her hair was straight. Some kind of a retriever. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to ask my sister. Maybe a golden retriever. Maybe that's what she was, but she was red. They come in different colors, right? Her hair was long and straight. She was a nice dog. Oh my gosh, she was a nice dog. And they just didn't want to put her down. My brother-in-law would carry her up the steps every night so she could sleep in their room. It was heartbreaking when they had to put her down. She was just such a nice dog. But it's such a blessing for the pet owner to be able to have their dog go someplace and, be cared for while you're away for a few days. Okay, that looks kind of cute. Let's see what these say all different things. Wonder how that would. Maybe one of these things. 6 stitches equals 1 inch. That kind of looks cute. Let's put some. I can put some yellow cheesecloth under this. Yeah. Well, our dog likes to play so much, she would just chase the crap out of another animal, which she does. The little dog across the street, he's on medicine for anxiety. He's no fun anymore. I mean, he just looks at her, just lays there and looks at her like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? He's become a dud. A dud. He races and tears for a little while, but then he's had it. He's over it, as Jacqueline would say. Let's have a little piece of this. And let's have a little. I'm not really too concerned about it being a little fluffy. Of course, I have no homes for these, but I'm getting more and more. I'm liking a fluffier, thick, fat journal. You know that the pages just won't shut flat. My phone keeps telling me how many messages I have. I'm busy. Let's do that. Okay. I think I'm going to put that right there. I hope I didn't miss anyone coming in. Welcome everybody. This is a good sized crowd for me. This is a little unusual. Okay, let's see. Let's press this down. Let that hot glue set in. Now this side. Since we've got butterflies and flowers, let's do flowers and we'll see if we can find. I was going to use that little girl, but I guess she's going to have to wait. Hers going to have to wait. All right, I got a couple of pink options here. So I've got that, this. Let's really dude it up. Judy. Oh, you little stinker. She just took fresh blueberry biscuits from the oven. Oh, have a bite for me, Judy. Please have a bite for me. I've been really enjoying this concoction I saw on her reel. I don't know if I told you about it or not. I just took grapes, washed my grapes off, threw them in a bowl and put in some Greek yogurt, mix that all up, and then put some parchment paper on a little tray that would fit in my freezer. And then took some dark chocolate and melted it and drizzled that on top. Like, I spread them out. Yeah, I think I did say it before, because my sister Jackie said you can make clusters, but I do like a bark. Oh my gosh. I'm going to try it with blueberries later today, I think, because I finished up my grapes. Oh, this one's pretty. Look how pretty this is. See, it's going to go on a book paper. See, the thing with this is it's sticky on the back. So you might not want overhang. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll stick. Let's see. Maybe I want. I just have such a plethora here of this cheesecloth. Phillies are playing at 1. Let's take a little bit of this lighter pink. I might stick this under the. Now, see, look, I like these little strings. I'm going to knot this. I'm going to try to knot this. Oh my gosh, my dog's still outside. No, she's barking. Hold on. Oh my gosh. See, I just forget. She's probably covered in mud. Jenny? Jen? Where are you? Jen? Jenny? Morning. Jen, come on. She watches the sidewalk and then barks at it. Okay. Let me see your face. All right, you look okay. Were you being good? Here, have a little treat. There you go. I thought I heard my husband, but I don't see him. Okay. I'm thinking I want to put this little string on. Dust overhand with baby powder to dull sticky. Oh. Oh, okay, Debbie. Thanks for that tip. That's cool. Maybe I'll double layer this. All right, so of course my glue stick is starting to. I have more, but I don't have more sitting right here. Come on, more. Now, I'm not sure how that sticker is going to stick on there. Now you can barely see that, but I know it's there. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like it. Yeah, she did good. We had this little fence around this circle garden, and Hubs bought a tree. Took it. He didn't like the other bush that was in there. And he's going to try without having the fence. Well, she wants to be in there. So we're trying to keep her out. Try to keep her out of there. Hmm. Of course, now I'm going to have to dig out some powder. I don't have any here. Should glue this little bit down. Yes, 135. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Did he watch the game yesterday? I was screaming like a banshee. Screaming like a banshee. My nephew was at yesterday's game. Now, I didn't really leave room for a paper clip, did I? See, now that's just not flattening out for me. Let's give it a better smush. Maybe I'll put paper clip on this one. I mean, magnet. So you really can do almost anything, right? Look, so then we've got this one. Let's do the other side of this, and then I'll have to skedaddle. Let's see. And, oh, this is a little basket. I hate to cover up that little. I could re-stamp that. I could stamp that butterfly one again. I could just put that basket on there. Let's see. Oh, I do have black. Hold on. Yeah, okay, Cal. Yeah, I really got sucked into these stickers. I got to tell you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go here with that. There's not much overhang. I probably could just chop that off. Now I've got to find my little. Now this butterfly, he's darker, so maybe he would look good up there. Let's see if I can get him up. I think I've had these forever. This is before I realized what a pet sticker was. I could have brought him down a little further. I know, right, Judy? Yeah, I think so too. Mm. Okay, I do know where that stamp is because I put them all in this box. So it's just right here. There it is. There it is. I think it'll look cute. So let's give another little stamp. Now, really, if you didn't want to mess with your gel plate or to decorate the whole envelope and you wanted to do something like this, certainly you could just use a white envelope and use your stencils, you know. I did look at that site yesterday, Vale. I've got stuff in my cart. I shouldn't have looked, but I did. But I was trying to see where they ship from. So, okay, I gotta put that back where it was so I remember where I have it. Okay, that I have to remember. I think I might like this here, but I think I want to trim this off a little bit. Oh, I forgot to cap that up. Oh, wrong scissors. Whoop, whoop, almost. Trimming this guy down a little bit. And I think I want to use the black. So now my fingers. Oh, really, Vale? Oh, that's good to know. Some of them I was having a hard time figuring out what you actually get, but I think it was a combo thing. So I'll have to give another look. I did that crooked. It is what it is. Whoop. Oh, darn. See, I just put my little thumbs in it. Look, I'm a mess. Ugh. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, goodness. This is why I like to do all the messy stuff when I take my nails off. Oh boy. And of course, I don't know where I put the. Oh, there they are. Baby wipes. They probably would work. I gotta glue that down. And I haven't even. Oh, this isn't. I haven't even picked out a button and put a button on. I mean, certainly I could put some buttons on, huh? Trying to think where I have some powder. And put that there, and then see now I need these fabric scissors again. I've got a little snippet of this dark cheesecloth. So I'm going to see if I can tie just a little knot in it. I'm going to put it at the bottom there. Boop. Okay, so we've got that one. I think I left the other ones in the book. The only other thing I want to see is, I wonder how one of these little girls would look on one of these. Hold on. Oh, I have plenty of time. I mean, I have time as far as not missing the game. I didn't realize they played yesterday afternoon until the game had already started. And by that time, our pitcher had already given up a couple runs. But we ended up winning it. So my husband came to let the dog out, and he said to me, "I heard an awful lot of screaming out here. Did they win?" At that time, the game was still on. If they had another inning or so, they probably would have lost it. I'm a terrible. She's back on the. Thank you, Cynthia. How do I look on the big screen? Okay, let's try this. Let's see. Not sure how one of these little chicks would look on here. Might be hard to see her, you know. A truce. Thank you. Oh, maybe I'll be discovered. I wonder if we could use the bottom inch of a regular envelope. Oh, you know what, Linda? I bet you could. I didn't really think about that. Aren't you clever? Oh, I'll bet you could. I don't know that I have a regular envelope sitting right here. Hold on. Do 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 do. I've got that. I don't want to take that off of that. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think there's envelopes in here. I think they're just cards. I mean, I have envelopes. I just don't have them, I don't think, sitting right here. Oh, look at all these. Oh, look at all these words. I could use those. They're nice and small. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Let's see, what's this? Because I really can't get to where I have them stored. Hold on, what's in here? All right, this is, of course, a craft color. See, there's this. This is a coin envelope. See, we could use the end of that, I think. I've got this put aside for something. All right, let's see. This is a little poofy. Oh, yeah, I have to give it a try, Linda. Okay, so let's see. Let's scoop this in. And let's cut it about here. I have plenty of these envelopes, so. Okay, this is undecorated. This is a naked envelope. Naked envelope. All right, so that's the bottom of a regular envelope. Okay, so there's not that extra reinforcement. Shouldn't matter though, I don't think. Let's flatten this out. Oh, this is a good idea, Linda. Oops. No, I probably didn't make it wide enough for that little girl. Let's see. See how my desk gets crowded? You know, I was thinking there for a while, we had magnets, you know, like you would get a like a business card from a realtor or something, and it would be a magnet. You could stick it on your fridge. Well, you might not want that on your fridge. But now I wish I had some of those because you could cut those, I think, and stick them on these and use them as a magnet, instead of having those thick ones. All right, where's the little girl? Yeah, she would look cute on there. You need something down the point, I think. I don't want to rush it, but ink this and put a couple other little things. There's little things all around her. I think she would look cute on there. Well, I'm not going to run into Tanya's time. That's my concern. I don't like to overlap if I don't have to. My sponge is crumbling. Now, of course, I was saying before, you could use a stencil, which I hadn't done that because I had those other envelopes heavily decorated. I really try to mash this down so they get a good crease. I even thought about when I was stamping on the envelope to stamp opposite so that the writing was going the right way. See how like this 5 is right side up? I thought I had, that's, okay, yeah, hold on. This is maybe not the best. But look, let's put a couple of these on. Let's pick, I don't know what's going to show best. Let's try some rusty hinge. You like that it's craft? Yeah, then you don't have to do a whole lot of, let's try this carved pumpkin. Let's see. I can get messy. And maybe I should open it up and flatten it out. That's probably a good idea. Nah, not seeing it. Okay. I need something with more of a contrast. Let's see if I can grab my timber. Let's see if I can grab it without knocking the camera. Timber. Come on, baby. All right, let's see. Oop. Yeah. Now, if I had planned this, junk envelopes can overtake, yeah. The only ones I saved really are the BRE ones. Let's put a little bit of this down here. All right. Now, if I had planned this or thought of this, I would have picked probably a different stencil. Let's see what she looks like when she comes off of here. I don't know if all that stuff is right next to her, or has to be cut away. And hopefully I like the one with different, yes, yes. I remember Tanya did one, um, a video once, or maybe it was a live, where she used the insides of them. They were all different prints. Oh, this one's not cooperating. I guess I'm going to have to use my trick. Now the thing is, yeah, here's some. I need some washi tape. I didn't put that on very well. Picked up the wrong thing. All right, so if you have a hard time getting them apart, take your washi tape, back it up, one side to the other. Make sure it's rubbed on there pretty good. Burnish it on, and then the magic doesn't happen. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. It's not happening. This usually works pretty good. What this is? It looks like a tape. I don't have the washi sticking on there well enough. This does work. I get them all different places. There's a company called Soto, Soto. And if you're looking for particular ones, Linda, tell me which ones you like, and I'll go back and look. This little monkey's not coming apart today for me. There's a couple different places I get them. Oh, there it is. But see, there's static electricity. So, see, all this stuff is all around her. Sometimes they're, they come apart. They're all individual little pieces. That's one thing I don't know how to determine when you're buying stickers. So I'm going to cut around this. And I'm going to have to trim, I think. This would be cute if you were working with your granddaughter, I think. Okay, got a little bit of the paper. Didn't want to do that. Just cut off all my inking. Okay, I'll find it. Yeah, but you know what? They're little fingers. I think they could do it. I think it would be okay. And they're not all that difficult. And if you get a good washi that you can really stick and get a grip on the plastic, they do come apart a little easier. I keep telling Jacqueline, most of the problems with this stuff that I have, it's not the stuff, it's me. I don't know, can you see her? She's cute, right? And then this has an iridescent fleck to it. But I'll look these up and I'll send you the info. I'm sure this is either Amazon or it could be that Soto. I'm not sure. but I can find them. I'm sure I can. You know, now this might look cute with a little flower or a button or something on the top. You know, and kids could use these as little bookmarks. You know, just give them a little paper clip or a little bulldog. You know, that would work. Or they might get a kick out of the magnet. All right, so let's see. So we did this one last minute. Just got the one side done. This one, I don't know. I didn't. Oh, we talked about a regular. This is a regular envelope. This one's the bottom of that catalog envelope. Got another one under here. Yep. This one. You could do dangles. I was thinking earlier you could even put, scraps of lace. Sure. I was thinking about punching a hole at the bottom and putting a bulb pin with a little charm hanging. You know, which of course I didn't do. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Um, oh, that's an earring, but it would be the same idea. Oh, that's a button. Look, here's a little. Ooh. I just picked something up earlier and had a little bulb pin attached to it. And I wonder what I do with that. Because I don't know that I have one sitting. Wait a minute, right here. Oop, there's one. Now, I don't know how this is going to look because the pin's going to, I think, be upside down, but it might be all right. Hold on. Let me get my. I hope Ange isn't looking. I'm going to pop a hole. I'm going to pop a hole right in here to make it easier to get the pin through. Now you could hang a charm, of course, but oh no, I thought I lost my bead. I don't have a charm sitting in there. Could also add a little more cheesecloth here, or like Peggy said, a piece of lace. I was thinking if you did a charm, well, you could hang it that way. Charm would be a little weightier. But so whatever your imagination takes you, wherever it takes you. And then we have these two we did. This one has the magnet. So that's it. That's it for me for today. This was fun. See, I could sit and do this for hours and probably will because I have a ton more of these envelopes that I need to prepare and take the bottoms off for my project. So I'm going to have plenty of them to use. So yeah, so I'm going to grab some lunch. Then I have to decide, do I want to sit in my comfy chair and watch the game? Or do I want to sit here and mess around with more? Look, there's a little kitty cat. Mess around and do some more of this. I don't know. We'll just see. I'll play it by ear. Thanks for coming in and joining me. Had a nice crowd today. It was nice to see many of you. Cynthia put me up on the big screen. So that was exciting. Judy, are you on your second muffin? Thanks for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. There's certainly plenty to do on YouTube. And, if you make a couple of these, I'd love to see them, Well, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, I did peruse it once. I'm going back. Like I said, I got stuff in my cart. Yes, go Phils. I don't know who's pitching today. Oh, no, it's not Walker. Oh, that's a good thing. Anywho. All right. Take care, my dear lovelies. And hopefully I'll see you Tuesday evening. And until then, take time to be creative, enjoy the journey, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.